How's it going, everybody? Crazy here. I'm back again with another reaction. We're taking the Wayback Machine to the mid 2000s with this song, Party Hard by Andrew WK. Now, this song, literally, I swear to God, like, I love this song just due to its tempo and the feel that you get, the adrenaline rush that you get when listening to this song. Like, this song was literally a theme song. And on top of that, it was around the same time when Backyard Wrestling 2 came out for the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, the original Xbox. And Andrew WK is actually a playable character in this, which is interesting to me. That it's a combination of musicians, porn stars, and wrestlers from like different backyard wrestling organizations, Combat Zone Wrestling, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. And Andrew WK is in this. And on top of that, like, I don't know if he's like a ready-made playable character or if he's an unlockable or anything like that, but I do remember actually playing as him. His victory pose is basically him just punching himself in the fucking nose, which, if you don't remember, on the album cover for the album that Party Hard was on, it's just basically Andrew WK with his hair going over his face and blood coming out of his nose and dripping down his mouth and his chin. And I think that was actually due to the fact that he broke his nose when he was doing a tour. He broke his fucking nose doing something, I don't know what. But nevertheless, pretty good album cover. But nevertheless, that's not what it's about. We're about the music video, so let's get into the music video, shall we? See, okay, so he's already got his head split open. Okay. And he's dressed exactly like this in the video game. Like, this was a common theme for him. Just white shoes, white shirt, white everything. There's the album cover. When it's time to party, we will party hard. I mean, just look at this. Okay, yeah, they did some rewinding. Like, basically, I mean, take a look at Andrew WK. He was pretty much Waka Flocka Flames negative. Like, if you take a look at everything that is Waka Flocka Flame and make it reverse, it's Andrew WK. But this is so hardcore. Like, this was the shit. You know, now that I think of it, you know, I think that this song came out way earlier than that, if I'm not mistaken. It was around, I would say it came out around like 2001, 2002. And even though this video game came out in like 2004, and Party Hard is also an available song on this game. But this game came out in 2004. So that was my mistake. Now, the only reason why I remember the time frame in which this song came out was because back in high school, I graduated in 2002. And back in high school, we had this thing that we had called mock rock, where we could lip sync for, you know, our parents and other family members and stuff like that on a stage and do a performance. And one guy actually did Party Hard, which confused the fuck out of a lot of parents. But this was still, nevertheless, like, this was a high octane, high adrenaline theme for my generation. You know, for the millennials in high school at that time. You never see anybody play the piano so aggressively like that. And the guitar riffs on this are just so clean and fun. It just... like, you just look at this dude and he's just like mosh pitting by himself, and you would think he's clearly insane. I mean, he might be, because I think during tour one time he ended up breaking his fucking leg, and he still went on stage and performed in a wheelchair, in a fucking cast and everything, and he still rocked the shit. What's it? So like you listen to these lyrics, and it's like this was around the time, like as a wrestling fan, as a wrestling fan, we were just hitting the epitome of the Attitude Era, and this has Attitude written all over it. Like it wasn't just wrestling where it was Attitude; it was in the music, it was in the movies, it was in everything. You know, like I mean, shit. We were getting suspended for crotch chopping each other down the halls in high school. You know, and I think most of it was because like for a majority of it, the teachers and the student faculty didn't understand what we were doing. They didn't understand that what we were doing was like kind of rebelling against what I don't know, but we were rebelling, and this is rebellious shit. Get the party going.
Look at this dude. He's beating the shit out of himself is what it looks like.
He's like sitting there having a fucking convulsion in front of a green screen. There's the album cover again. Like, I mean, he busted his fucking nose and he didn't give a fuck. That's not good for the neck. I'm just letting you know. This guy is just, like, with how much energy he's putting forth into this music video, could you imagine him doing an hour-long set on stage doing it? Like, I've never seen him live, you know, but could you imagine him doing this shit for an hour-long set, just that? That's insanity. Oh, come on, I could clearly see that they reversed the video. You really pay attention to the lyrics now, and it's like, dude, you're kind of repetitive. It is very repetitive, but like back then, we didn't give a shit. As a matter of fact, here I am, 40 years old. It's been like twice my length of life, and then some, and I still don't give a shit. Like the way that everything is set up lyrically, it doesn't matter. It's fucking dope. But everything's all right. You know, there's irony behind this. There's a lot of irony with this. You know, signed a fucking record deal and in order to make a song talking about how we're never going to do what you tell us to do. When you sign your life away to a record deal, you kind of have to do what they tell you to do. Otherwise, they will permaban you. Like, yes, they will do to you and your music career what YouTube does to a lot of independent contractors on this channel, not this channel, but on this website. They will do away with you like Susan Wojcicki does to a lot of people. Like what she almost did to fucking PewDiePie. Shut up, man.
There's a lot of fucking video reversing here.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that with how aggressive he is with his stage performance and shit, I think what might have happened is he might have been in the middle of headbanging and he accidentally jammed the microphone up his nostril, and that's what caused it to bleed. Just like bam, hit the microphone right on the septum and just blood. I don't know. If somebody knows the full details of the story, I'm just speculating at this point, but if anybody knows the full details of the story, go ahead and put it in the comments. I'd like to know. How close am I to being right? Even the cameraman is getting aggressive. See? Like, everything about this is just so fucking high pace. Yeah, and look, he's just riddled with fucking sweat. And man, he is like gassed and everything. Like, I love this song. And what's interesting is one of the things that pops up is Party Hard. The many faces of Andrew WK. Andrew WK is not who you think he is. That what we just saw, that's who I think Andrew WK is. Some dude in a white shirt, white pants, white shoes, black hair, coked out of his fucking mind, mosh pitting with himself on a stage and playing the piano aggressively as shit. That's what I think, and that's enjoyable to me if you ask me. I like the song so fucking much. Like, honestly, like, I like back in the day I ended up having a fucking uh I ended up having a podcast where the opening was an 8-bit version of Party Hard. I never made any money off of it because of that. But thanks to 8-bit Universe, like, you should check that out. Go ahead and do a YouTube search for 8-bit Universe Party Hard. It sounds phenomenal, especially if you like chip tunes. But the music video in and of itself, yeah, it's very simplistic, but it's still enjoyable just due to how fucking high octane the song in and of itself is. And you get to see Andrew WK practically just mosh pitting with himself and beating the shit out of himself. And of course, I have to bring this up again because, Andrew WK is a playable character on this. If you can get your hands on a copy of this game, definitely check it out. It is a fun game, and go ahead and buy yourself a PS2. With that being said, I'm getting up out of here. Thank you guys for watching this with me. If you want to watch this on your own, link is going to be in the description below. Like and share this video, comment on it, because I asked you to clarify a few things about how did Andrew WK get that bloody nose. I'm totally not sure. I'd like to see what your speculations are, or if you have the facts. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already. Check out the merch store. I've got a t-shirt and a hoodie available in a variety of different colors. And if you're feeling generous, go ahead and shoot me a super thanks. It's not necessary to have to do it, but it is appreciated nevertheless if you decide to do so. With that being said, I'm crazy. That was my reaction. I still love that song after 20 years. But I'm getting up out of here. You guys have a good one. Deuces.